What's up, True Hill Heat?
True Hill Heat.
What's up? True Hill Heat. All hands is on me.
Hey everybody, it's Tony Schiavone of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Hill Heat. And I said it right, you motherfuckers.
Alright, ready when you are.
Hey guys, I may have go away heat, but these guys have true heel heat. So you better listen to the podcast or else I'm gonna kick you in your fucking cock and balls.
I'll get it.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, as well as True Hill Heat Facebook and Twitter for our Yellowjackets Season 3 review, breaking down the Paramount Plus series that me and Krssi love. Krssi Love told me to watch, and I decided to do it. And I don't know if I regret it or not, but
that's how that's my same feeling, friend. I'm so down deep in the rabbit hole. I got to finish it out. Unfortunately, like once I start something, I'm like, I want to see how it ends. And like,
yeah,
this season,
I'm the same way. I literally had to basically make my missus finish watching the series because she was over the eating of people and certain character on here. Don't want to give away the horse before the cart, but yes. I was like, I know we need to finish this, and she helped me. Yeah, you gave it away as well, but we're gonna talk all Yellowjackets. It's available on Paramount Plus. This is 3 seasons in, so we're gonna talk primarily about season 3, but you're also gonna get our character tier list of Yellowjackets as well, so we can talk about what these characters have been through over the last 3 seasons. This is the first time we're talking about it here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel. But of course, y'all know the deal. If you appreciate this type of content, appreciate our TV show reviews, show your support in the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. You can share this video with all your Yellowjackets fans, friends, and family. You can also hit the subscribe button and become a part of our True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment community here on this channel. We appreciate everyone who joins us. And if you're watching us live, you could sound off in the live chat. Let us know your thoughts on Yellowjackets Season 3 and the series overall. What's your thoughts on all the characters that we get on Yellowjackets as well? We want to hear from all of you. So, of course, you can sound off. So if you're watching us on demand as well, comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the series and this past season for season 3. So, Miss Krssi Love, how did you start watching Yellowjackets, and what drew you to continue watching?
So my husband was watching it. He was like, I think you should watch Yellowjackets. It's a good show. It's something good to binge. It's like we're like about to be on like season 3. So I think this will be good for you to watch. I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. So I start watching it. And I'm like, okay, it's these kids, they're teens, and then they're on the track team. Oh no, that was on the lacrosse team or something like that, right? Lacrosse team. Okay, they're on a team, whatever. Anywho, and he's like, watch. I think it's good. Just watching. So I'm here and I'm watching. I'm like, okay, so they get trapped from they in a plane crash basically, and I'm like, okay, not to give too much away as we'll go through it, but I'm like, how have these people been stuck here? And it goes back and forth. I was like, no one didn't look for these people like at all. But we'll go through who the characters are and how we got to this transition. But as we finished the third season, the first season was good. Second season was better. Then we get to the third season. I'm like, I don't know about this. It's just some stuff is just happening just too far. Like, this is not like, what are we doing? Like, who, like, something is just too, it's very bizarre. That's the word I'll use. Yeah. Bizarre. It's very bizarre. And then the actions of the people that's in the show is very unnecessary. And it's just certain people have too much power. And the people are just not acting as if like this is like we're trying to get out of here. If that can make sense.
I think that's the best way to describe this show is it's very bizarre. It's very strange. It's not your prototypical TV series. Those are the best ways to describe Yellowjackets in simplest form.
Absolutely. Absolutely, SP. You have said it the correct way, as per always. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But before we get into talk a little bit more about season 3 specifically, we got to talk about our character tier list here. So I've created this character list. I found the template online. What was it, like a couple of days ago, and I came up with my own form for it. I will zoom it in. I will make it bigger so everybody can see it here. How do I do that? Okay, let me do that. Is that better?
That's perfect. Yep.
All right. So we got the top of the top. Our top tier, or S tier for characters, is the Antler Queens. So if you watch Yellowjackets, the Antler Queen is the person who is in charge on in the forest, in the wilderness, if you will. So that is the top of the top, the S tier. Then, since they are a soccer team, the second to top tier, or A tier, is great captains. Great captains. And then I just decided, okay, we're just going to describe our thoughts on things. So then we got the third tier, which is don't always agree, but you good. These are good characters.
Oh, yes, that's for what's the name? Yep, that's for what's the name? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we got then we got our next tier, which is you had me in the first half, but you eyed. These are for the all right characters. We probably liked them at first, but then they dwindled down and we don't like them as much as we originally did, but they still lied. Then we got the characters that, why are you even here? Like, in more ways than one, we could say with those characters. And then we got the bottom tier, which is hope you pull the queen card. So to explain that is basically when they want to decide who they're going to eat to stay alive. They draw cards, Krssi, as you know, and whoever draws the queen card, it basically is the person that they hunt down and they eat for nourishment.
Terrible.
Yes, very terrible. But that's Yellowjackets for you. So let's go through these characters here. First, we have teenage Vanessa, or teenage Van, who is basically the girlfriend of Taissa. She's, you know, her and Taissa have this like relationship that's on the down low at first when the plane crash first happens, but apparently like the coach and stuff knew about them being together, and then it becomes more open the longer that they're in the wilderness with each other. Unfortunately for her, she gets almost ravaged and almost killed by a fucking wolf who like tears her face apart. So she has
almost gnawed her face off. So she has this cuts
gnawed
on
her
face
on. Yeah, she had nothing but cuts. They were about to fucking cook her and fucking eat her. Yep. They thought she was dead until she actually was alive. Her and Taissa come even closer. She helps Taissa, who has this kind of like alter ego whenever she goes to sleep that comes alive and goes looking for this eyeless monster and stuff like that. But Van, she's the teenage Van. I think I don't know if I like teenage Van more than adult Van. There's only one character that I hate, both of them. I hate teenage and adult them. There's only one of them, and we're about to talk about them.
Yep.
Younger Van, I don't know, because she does kind of lean towards some of the horrible instincts of a lot of the other characters. I to start off safe, I would put her in the I section. What do you think?
I was gonna say the same thing. Like not you had me in her first as the one above that one. I will put in UI.
You good? You would put her in you good or you all right? Because we got don't always agree, but you good, and we got you had me in the first half, but you all right.
Okay, we can do that one. UI, yeah, that one, yeah.
All
UI.
Right. All right, we're gonna place her over here, and then we got Krssi Love's favorite character because it says it in our headline. Teenage Shauna, which she started off as kind of like a feeble kind of sidekick to Jackie.
Meek, very quiet. It's the quiet ones you gotta watch out.
Yeah, until we find out that she had cheated with Jackie's boyfriend. Jackie's boyfriend was smashing her while Jackie was playing Too Hard to Get and not putting out to him, Jeff. And then she eventually, basically that is exposed, and Jackie then freaking fucks over Nat instead of Shauna, which made no sense. Where Jackie sleeps with Travis, who was Nat's boyfriend at the time, and then she basically kicks Jackie. In the second season, she gets into this big fight with Jackie and kicks her out. And basically, Jackie is dead because she's in the wilderness and it's snowing and she freezes to death. So then they have to eat Jackie. We find out that she is pregnant during the second season as well from Jackie's boyfriend. She slept with him and he didn't pull out apparently and didn't wear a condom. So she is pregnant and she has to give birth. She has a whole dream where she gives birth to the child and we think everything's gonna be all right. But then we realize that the child is dead in reality of this all. She then from there is when she goes off the deep end and she becomes the most horrible and annoying ass character that I think in like I said in the headline here, Shauna may be the worst character in TV like right now. Like I think like Shauna the teen and Shauna the adult, they are equally as horrible as one another, but Shauna has become very bitter about the situation and wants to stay in the wilderness because she feels some type of power. Nat starts off season 3 as the one in charge after Lottie says that she is the one that needs to be the leader, but she is basically taking from that role after she decides to sacrifice Coach Ben Scott because he basically asks her to kill him and they grew a close relationship. She was the reason why the Yellowjackets were going to kill Coach Scott as well. Shauna, because she convinces everybody to vote for him to be murdered. And
he did nothing wrong.
Shauna's horrible. Nothing wrong. We don't even know if he burned down the house in season 2. We don't even know. We still don't know. We still don't know. It's the end of season 3. We still don't know if he burned down the house or not. We don't know who did it.
But yeah, hate her. Throw her away. She's disgusting. She was a nobody when they were back home. So I guess in the wilderness, she felt this certain kind of power, and she felt that everyone liked her, and she felt like important. So I think that's one of the reasons why she never wanted to go back home. She was always like a second thought. Like no one ever really cared about her. I feel like they've never touched on like her home life, but she was always the best friend and walked in the shadows and tried to do everything to appease everyone back home. So when they got into the wilderness and she became like this big bad, like somebody, she just felt like, oh my God, we have to stay here. Like, who the fuck are you? I hate her. She makes me sick. I don't understand why they would give this person, a nobody, all of this fucking power. If you watched, you understand.
Yeah,
but if
I don't understand why they gave her all this power either. This is I don't.
three
Yeah, it's
seasons,
just,
I'm like, what is happening? It's like, you are a fucking psychopath. You pretended that your friend was alive when she was dead. You put makeup
and she
shit
ate
all
her
over.
ear.
We thought your kid was alive. Your kid was never alive. You was like, you went through this whole, like, it was like 2 episodes where she was like trying to feed him and he wasn't even feeding. The fucking kid was dead. I was like, I know you. I was like, nah, son. Like, this is some dumb. Like, this is some real stupid. Like, you made me believe that this girl, she carried this baby. Now all of a sudden, because you're in the wilderness, they didn't have much food and nourishment, that she, she had a stillbirth. Fair. But you made me believe that this girl had this baby and had all these complications and all this shit for like 2 episodes. And I was like, nah. So I called my husband. I was like, I know you fucking lying. This is some bullshit.
I was so confused because I was
Me
like,
too. I'm like, what are we
this
watching?
can't be the daughter. This can't be the daughter because the daughter's too young.
The daughter's too exactly. And I'm like, but they said she had a boy. So I'm like, well, where is this kid at? Like, what happened? And then homeboy didn't even know that she had the baby, that she was even pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How do we get back here? Like, how are we here in this life? Like, they never say what happens once they get back home. They never get to that part.
We still gotta see.
We still don't even know.
I hope that season 4 is that they finally get rescued.
Because I'm like, y'all had to get rescued. They said they was out there for like 18. No, they was like 21 months or something like that. Huh?
Yeah, like nearly 2 years. Nearly 2 years.
I was out there for 2 years, bro. Nah, son. No. And the people that was on it
can't do it. Oh, man. But yeah, Shauna, teenage Shauna, yeah. I hope you pulled the queen card. She should have been pulled the queen card at this point.
Should have been.
She's horrible. Wish she was up out of here, honestly. Then you got teenage Lottie, which Lottie kind of started off as like just a kind of a weird girl, and then it was like you thought she was weird before, and then it just gets weirder and weirder with her, where she has basically, what does she have? Like, does she have bipolar disorder? Or am I thinking of the Daphne episode? I don't know what it is, but she has some mental health issues. Mm-hmm. Like she can see stuff. She has visions, and basically they show a flashback when she was younger, where she was in the car seat in the back of her parents, and she basically foresaw that her parents were going to die in a car accident. So she screamed, and her parents stopped, and then the car accident happened in front of them, and they're like, what the hell? So they make her see all these doctors, and she has to take medicine. So when they had the plane crash and they're abandoned in the wilderness, she basically doesn't have her meds anymore, and she's having more and more visions, and she's in tap with the wilderness, and she becomes basically the leader at the start of like the end of season 1 into season 2, because she foresees everything that's going to happen, and she's tapped in with what the wilderness wants and who should be the sacrifice. She's killed people.
Right. I think it's her idea. It was like, oh, the wilderness is making us choose. Like, that's the only way we'll survive. So we have to like do these things. I was like, girl, like who, like, why? No.
She's killed people. She killed a random guy who came up on them while they were eating Coach Scott in season 3. Yeah. No, not like Seth Rollins. Not like Seth Rollins. Her visions actually work. I
agree.
She's a visionary. But yeah, Lottie is very weird. She had me in the first half, but I think she belongs in I-8.
Yeah, I can do that one too.
She's just weird. And her older self may be weirder. Who knows? But
I would say I think the older self might be weirder. Yes, but yeah.
Then we got Aquila. Akila is more of a character that's been like more featured in season 3.
Yeah,
Uh,
2 and 3. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's been like getting like season 3 was where she got like a lot like an actual role really, where she was another person who started having visions. She would go. Lottie basically takes her to like this cave where she basically has like this visions, and then she
Another
becomes
one.
in charge of all the animals, and she starts to have visions that the animals are all going to die, which they eventually do die. So yeah, I mean, I don't
She
know how to
can
feel
go.
about her.
Yeah, I was say she can go. I don't want to say why you even hear one. I think it's the one that she's alright. I mean, I guess like I really they I don't know really.
She's a sister. She's a sister. I know she get the sister tax from you, so she'll go and you I.
Yeah, because she's not in the other one, which is really bad, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can put it there.
Then we got Thais, which younger Thais is basically really kind of like in the first season, she's kind of discovering her sexuality and the fact that she likes girls, and about like her relationship with Van, but she's kind of like also a good friend to Shauna, where she's always had Shauna's back a lot during the wilderness time. Unfortunately, that's not always a good thing.
Yep.
And she could be very kind of forward and aggressive towards her teammates, and she's been like a leader of the pack when it comes to different murders of the teammates and the different people that they're supposed to be protecting and stuff like that. She has her alter ego, which does even more damage, and just goes walking throughout the wilderness and finding the symbols on the tree. And then in season 3 though, I thought she had one of the best parts where she was one of the first people who stood up to Shauna and told her about herself in the season finale, basically being like, no, we're not going to do what you want to do, basically, bitch, and just told her about herself, and Shauna backed the fuck down. Teenage Thais, for all the bad stuff that she's done in the wilderness, I actually like her. I don't know. What do you think?
I like the younger one more than the adult one. So yeah.
Yes.
I'd put her at I probably put her at the kind of the antler queen or great captain.
Yeah, I'll say great captains. You're probably right. Great captains. Yeah. We'll put her there. We'll put her at great captains. I think for all the things she's done just as many bad things as everybody else in the wilderness that has survived to this point. But I would say out of everybody, she's the most interesting character that we've talked about.
Correct. Right.
She has an intriguing character that's interesting and keeps you invested.
Correct. Yeah. So she can even like the one that don't always agree, but you good. That's another one that she can probably go to too. Because again, well, her adult one is just like, well, we'll get to her, but yeah, go.
yeah. Adult one is a different story. But then we got here. This is where we could go to Antler Queen, Misty. Misty is the GOAT. I don't care what everybody says. Misty's my favorite character. Teenage Misty, adult Misty, but Teenage Misty is a fucking mess. She's a fucking mess. She just wants to have friends, and she's needy. She fucking finds the transporter, which can communicate and help them from being abandoned after the plane crash. But because she is so needed and is the only person who knows how to survive after the plane crashes, and she finally feels needed and loved by her teammates that have always treated her as an outcast, she decides to destroy the transporter. Then she thinks she's in a relationship with the coach, who is gay, by the way. Not only that is he gay, but he's like 20 years older than her. Then she has a friend in the second season named Crystal, and she's supposed to be cool with her until they start sharing secrets with one another. And she tells her that she found the transporter, but she destroyed it because she felt needed for the first time. And then Crystal about to snitch on her, so she decides to kill that bitch. Then in season 3, she's the only one who decides that she's going to be the defending lawyer for Coach Scott, and she's the one that actually defends him and stuff. And is saddened when Nat kills him, and then she's also a part of the team that is working against Shauna at the end of season 3, who she helps Nat escape so Nat can communicate on the fixed transponder from the equipment that they found from the people that they basically abducted and wound up killing. And Misty's to go. What do you think?
Misty, I love Misty. Misty is she's a delicate flower. She's very misunderstood. She tries to do the best thing, but it always comes out kind of wrong. But I don't always agree with her, but she's all right in my book.
You know, you want her in that one?
Or you could put her in great cat. You could put her as one of the queen. You could put her at the top of the list. She is my favorite character. I think okay. I like
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, probably great captains, and then the adult one probably is better. I will say that. Yeah, spoiler alert for when we get to her.
So the younger one I would put in. Didn't always agree with what you did, but you're okay in my book.
I think because I don't know if I'm giving her a boost, but I think she belongs to great captains. If Taissa isn't great captains, then Missy belongs in great captains.
That's fine. That's fair. That's fair. We can agree on that. That's fine.
Because I agree. I didn't agree with her destroying the transponder. I think that was like her first mistake, but
that was her first mistake. Then you go and you blabbed it. And you tell on the girl. I mean, you tell the girl your secrets because y'all was telling secrets to each other. Great, but you were supposed to keep that one to yourself. And then she pushed her, and then they ate her.
I thought that was gangster. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, bitch, you shouldn't have been talking. Shouldn't have talked.
She only had one. It was only one thing that she could do.
Had to get rid of that bitch. Yeah, it was me or you. Everybody gonna be mad at me. They're gonna want to try to kill me. Let me just push you off the fucking hill. And then she thought fast when Nat caught her with the pieces of the transporter in season 3. She thought fast and she made an agreement with Nat to basically get it fixed, and then Nat can escape. So Missy good in my book. She good in my book.
She's good.
Then you got Jackie, the aforementioned Jackie, who is only part of 2 seasons because, like I said, she freezes to death and dies. But if you want to find a character who might be just as bad as Shauna, it would be her best friend Jackie, who is this was kind of one where I would have said like you had me in the first half, but but like she just got horrible. By the time we come to her eventual death, like everything with Travis and losing her virginity to Travis just to get back at Nat, who wasn't the one who cheated, who was your best friend and slept with your boyfriend. Like, why the fuck are you mad at Nat for?
Yeah.
It was just like horrible. She was just horrible by the end. And the way she treated Shauna actually made me sympathize for Shauna at first before she dies and gets up out of here. Yeah, just a teach. I actually sympathize with Shauna a bit and actually liked Shauna in the first season when she had to deal with Jackie. But Jackie was one where I actually liked her at first. She seemed like she was the leader of the pack. But once the plane crash happens, it's just a slow deterioration of everything that I liked about her. By the time she dies, I was like, good.
I could have sworn she was a virgin, though.
She was until she slept with Travis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Travis was the other boy that was the coach's son.
Sons, yeah.
One of the sons. Yeah.
So where do you think Jackie belongs?
Jackie goes. She could get the queen card too.
I agree. That's where I was leaning. For sure. Then we have a couple of people that have been murdered. Laura Lee,
Oh my God,
who is
yes.
very
Oh, this one was sad. This one, oh my God.
this one was pretty sad. It was like she basically learned how to fly a plane, but she basically they took a vote and they decided that she was going to fly the plane alone and then try to get help for the team. And she gets in the plane and basically it
Didn't
burns
even get
down,
that
it
far.
explodes. She ain't even get that far. She got just over the water before that
Over the
shit
wall.
exploded.
And
And
everyone's face was just like,
the unfortunate thing is that Lottie saw the vision when she was
yeah.
baptized. When she was baptized, she looked up and she saw her on fire and saw that as the vision, but didn't know what it meant until she was in that plane and the plane exploded. Poor Laura Lee. What do you think she belongs?
She can be. You had me. I don't want to say why you even here because she was barely there.
we need one like barely. We barely even knew you, but I think that would be you had me in the first half.
Yeah, I think you right.
You alright. Poor thing. Poor little Ting Ting. Poor little Ting Ting. Speaking of poor little Ting Ting, we have Javi. Javi was the quiet little brother of Travis. You would see shades of him and Travis being brotherly to one another after they lost their father. Their father dies in the plane crash. And then Javi's kind of like a very quiet kid. It's not until the Yellowjackets become completely batshit crazy one night where he is basically
Running from
runs
them.
away.
Yep.
Yeah, runs away from them because he thinks that they're gonna kill him and murder him until he eventually comes back. And then I think he's like running away and he's trying to help Nat when Nat is basically pulls the queen's card and he's trying to help her, and then the ice basically breaks underneath him and he falls into the freezing cold water, and Nat tries to save him at first until Misty's like, nah, bitch, let him die, so they take him instead of you. And yeah, he falls into the water and they basically bring him back. He's dead and they decide to eat him. I mean, this might be the first for why are you even here?
Yep. Yeah. That was, but that scene where she's running across the ice and they kind of like stop and then he fell and I was like, oh nah, son. And he's trying and Misty comes and Misty being Misty. Well, again, one of the
Misty
decisions
being Misty.
One of her decisions, you're like, but yeah, why are you even here? Yeah.
Why are you even here? Then we got Mari, which had been here for like I think the last 2 seasons, but then she became more of a prominent role in season 3, where they developed this rivalry between her and Shauna that had got like really intense until the end where they have to pull the card because the wilderness needs to choose.
Oh my God, she died the worst way.
Yes. They basically are trying to set this up where these people that they had just basically abducted and were holding as hostage for a bit until they become a part of their team. They Taissa and Van decide to basically play a trick with the cards since Van is the dealer of the cards, and they want to set it up where the girl Hannah is the one that chooses the queen card, but Shauna peeps game on it and suspects that they're trying to set up Hannah, so she basically skips in the line to basically make sure that Mari is the one who gets the queen's card instead. So Mari is hunted down by the rest of her teammates. She looks like she's shedding her clothes in the snow and everything, and it's eventually Lottie basically warns her, like, you gotta be careful or something like that. And this bitch falls into basically a trap laid by Travis, which he really wanted Lottie to fall in. He didn't want her to fall in it, but she falls in it, and she basically becomes impaled by a whole bunch of fucking sticks and puncturing wounds, and the sight of her in there, and you could still see her hand twitching at the end. Oh man, yeah, that's the craziest kill of this whole series so far.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, she's running. I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to run in that shit. She's going to run into that hole. She's going to run into that hole. Because they showed it previously, like I think earlier, like him, and he like covered it, but it's meant for Lottie because he wanted to get, he didn't like what Lottie did and how it got he blamed Lottie for like his brother and a whole bunch of other things or whatever. So Travis was really mad. So that's why he was like escape and like leave and make those, he made that hole. And yeah, she died a cruel way. You could put her. She all right.
She all right. Yeah, she's all right. She had me in the first half, but she all right. She all right.
She all right.
Then we got Mari's best friend Jen, who, oh man, I felt for her. She tried her best to fucking help her and give her a chance of getting away. She was trying to distract Taissa and Van during that whole thing. She had become like basically the gatherer of food for them during the summertime in season 3. I actually like her. I think she might be the first that's you good.
You good, yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, Jen, you can go and you're good. You're you're not as bad as the rest of them. Then we have Melissa, young Melissa, teenage Melissa. Teenage Melissa was basically first looked like she was just a follower and sidekick of Shauna, but then she took Shauna to the other side, to the licking the box side, as they started making out with each other and sleeping with each other, and they formed this relationship until she realized that Shauna is the nastiest and worst person ever, and Shauna started being very nasty and mean to her, and she basically told her about herself. So Shauna pulled a gun up on this bitch and made her pee her own pants after like basically shooting at the side of her.
Cruel. Oh my god.
Cruel. And then Melissa was about to take her life as they were hunting down Mari, but then decided that she can't be as cruel and mean as Shauna is, and decided to spare her life. Aight.
She aight. Yeah, she aight.
She aight. She ain't as bad as Shauna or Jackie.
No. They almost try to make her be, but no. Well, Shauna almost tried to make her be, but no.
Yeah. Then we have Travis. Travis is just a sad case. Teenage Travis, especially. Because he started off as like this kind of bitter, brooding teenage boy. Then he forms this relationship with Nat after they become like the best marksmen out of the wilderness crew, and Coach Ben teaches them how to shoot and everything and to gather food. So they basically form this relationship because of it, where they become very close with one another and start a romantic relationship with one another. But they get in too many fights, especially when Nat basically tries to lie to Travis about certain things and stuff like that. So Travis winds up fucking around with Jackie. Fucking idiot. That's the worst point of this whole thing for him. But eventually Hobby comes back because Hobby had run away when they had all gone crazy. Even though he like searched for him for months, he found basically like a cave or something to keep him safe. Eventually he comes back, but then he has to watch and has to eat his own brother when they kill him. He starts having visions and starts doing drugs in season 3, and then he basically becomes fed up with Lottie and her tapping in with the wilderness and getting in his head and always fucking him over. So that's why he made the trap, which unfortunately the trap was actually made for Mari and not Lottie by what would eventually happen. I think Travis is good. He's better than everybody that we have in Aight.
Yes, I agree. So yeah, you can put him at he's good.
He's good. He can go there with Jen. Travis. Then we got Coach Scott. Coach Scott might be the closest person to Misty as far as one of my favorite characters, because
Yeah, I'm
I
about to say
felt for
Coach.
this man the whole time. This man gets his leg impaled, his leg cut off. Like, what was this, episode 1? He gets his leg cut off. He has to lose a leg. He's always been there for the Yellowjackets. He's the only adult left for them.
Yep.
It was always there. He has to
Teaching them and
battle
guiding
through.
them through this whole thing, one leg and all. Like,
he has to go through like depression and stuff, thinking about like he was thinking during the flashbacks in season 2, he was thinking about not coming on this trip because he wanted to come out. He wanted to finally come out the closet, and it revealed that he had a boyfriend to his family. But he decides, because he needs to be there for the Yellowjackets, he cares about the girls on the team, so he decides to come on the trip. It leads to him losing a leg. He's always there, though, despite him dealing with his own PTSD under the situation and losing his leg and not being around his boyfriend. He tries to guide them. He teaches Nat and Travis how to shoot so they can gather food for the team. He tries to think about Misty's feelings, despite she having a crush on him and him being like 20 years older than her, and he just plays along with it and whatever. Like, man, and then he just goes off the deep end at the end of season 2 and basically wants to abandon the Yellowjackets because he sees what they have become. Yeah, he sees what they have become, where they start murdering each other and eating each other, and he doesn't want to deal with them, and he goes to the cave, which makes them believe that he's the one that burns down the house. And he eventually meets up with Maury, because Maury falls down into the hole in the ground that he built for himself to keep himself safe. He found like food and goods for himself in that hole.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
when she first got hurt. That's when she first hurt her leg. Y'all,
Yeah, the first hole that she fell in. That was foreshadowing for what would happen at the end of the season. And he basically brings her back to health. He doesn't kill her or anything. So that was the first sign that he did not burn down the house. Because if I was him, I would have just killed that bitch. But he didn't. So he keeps her safe. Helps her out. She eventually basically gets away from him after like spraying stuff in his eye and getting away, and gets back to the Yellowjackets, who then hunt him down and then put him on trial. And because they believe he was the one that burned down the house, he gives this emotional, riveting speech where he talks about all the love and care that he had for them, how he never told on Taissa and Van when he knew that they were basically had a relationship with one another. How he would help out the people even if they were late, how he gave Misty a job on the team despite her not being good at soccer, so she could be the manager and find some camaraderie with everybody. And then eventually Shauna is the one that gets everybody to vote him to kill him, and he starts starving himself, even though they're trying to feed him and everything. They were about to kill him by shooting him until Lottie and Akila have a vision that he's the bridge to help them get back. But he's totally fed up by that point. He starts starving himself, and eventually he convinces Nat to kill him and take his life. He's another one that I'm debating putting him in S tier.
You could put him there. I'm fine with him. He's all right in my book.
So Great Captain or Antler Queens, where do you think he belongs?
Give him Antler Queen.
He deserves it. He deserves it. He deserves it. Gone too soon. He didn't deserve to die. Fuck Shauna.
He didn't. Fuck Shauna. Yep. That's it.
All right. Here we go. Another person that I think belongs in Antler Queen.
Yep.
Young Nat. Young Nat is the GOAT.
She is.
I said it about Misty, but Misty's just, she does a lot of bad stuff, but I understand her and I feel for her. Like you said, a poor little ting ting. But Nat is a gangster. She been a gangster. She was fucking about to shoot her father, who was abusive to her and her mother, and made that nigga shoot himself and kill himself, and now her mother basically holds a vendetta against her for that. She has to deal with she's like the alternative one from the soccer team, so she's kind of like an outcast a bit, but then she becomes someone that a lot of the team has to lean on, and she becomes a leader for them during the wilderness where she's gathering the food and is the best shot. She's a better shooter than even Travis is, and Travis is supposed to be the gangster male, but she's the one that's gathering the food. She's the one that's the better shot. She has that whole relationship with Travis. She has rivalries with Jackie and then also with Shauna. She has also a rivalry with Lottie. She hates Lottie because she's not into all this wilderness bullshit until eventually Lottie gives her the leadership. And that's how we start off season 3, where she's the leader. And that's probably the most prosperous time for the Yellowjackets in the wilderness, is when Nat's the leader and they're in the summertime and they got their tents and everything. Eventually, she makes the decision to help spare Coach Scott by killing him, which takes her leadership position, and it goes to Shauna. But then we end the season with her seeming like she's once again the hero because she's the one that gets the transporter, and she climbs up the mountain and is calling and gets someone on the phone, as that is our cliffhanger to end season 3. Nat, Antler Queen, for sure.
Antler. Top of the board.
Top of the board. Yes, I'll even put her above Coach Scott. I agree.
Yeah,
above Coach
top
Scott.
of the board. Yep. She deserves it.
Unfortunately, I can't say the same for older Nat.
Older Nat is bitter. She's nasty. She's just.
Older Nat got some drug problems. She's just getting out of rehab when we first meet her in season 1. She's rude. She's belligerent at times. But she's also still got that young Nat in her, where she steps up when in times needed. She comes through for her friends, whether it be Shauna, whether it be Thais. But yeah, she's a little bit of a mess. She's a mess as an adult. Unfortunately, she gets killed at the end of season 2 when she was at Lottie's retreat, and she basically sacrificed herself for one of the girls that she became close to from Lottie's retreat when Misty is about to kill her and stab her with one of her pens of death, which Misty tends to do apparently. But yeah, young Nat. I mean, young Nat is the Antler Queen. Older Nat, you good. I say you good. What do you think? You good? You right? Where does older Nat belong?
You older Nat is you good.
You good. There we go. Okay, now we got another Antler Queen. Older Misty. Older
There's nothing
Misty.
much to say. She's just
older Misty is just the person who gets shit done. She knows all the everything. If you need a body disposed of, call Misty. If you need to do some investigating on who killed Lottie, call Misty.
Misty,
she is.
If you just need shit done, she gets stuff done. Or she knows someone that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Exactly.
Point blank.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. So the question is, does Misty go above Coach Scott and young Nat? Where does she belong in Antler Queens?
I put her at the front.
You put her at the front? Yeah. I mean, Christina Ricci, she eats this whole character up. God.
She's amazing. I was like, man, you were perfect for this role. Perfect.
Christina Ricci, this might be my favorite role of your career. Before it was Wednesday Addams, but now it might be Misty from Yellowjackets.
Yep.
So yeah, she's top of the leaderboard, top of the S tier. Then we got Jessica Roberts, which was one of Misty's other things that she did. This was what, in season 2, where she kidnapped her because she had been basically spying on them, spying on the Yellowjackets, the older young Yellowjackets, because I think she was hired by Thais to basically spy on them and figure shit out about the older Yellowjackets. So she kidnaps her and keeps her in her apartment for several weeks until eventually she lets her go, but not until she fucking injects her cigarettes with fucking death medicine. And this bitch, she lets her go thinking like, oh, everything's good, we're gonna do this for me. Yeah, I'll let you go. Yeah, fine. Here. She even tells her, she was like, you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. It's horrible for you. It's bad for you. She throws the cigarettes away until Jessica Roberts tells her, can I get my cigarettes back? She's like, really? Do you really want them? She's like, yeah. It's like, okay, here you go. So she smokes the cigarette. She's driving away. She's about to snitch on everything she found out. And then she realized that fucking Misty fucking poisoned her. And that's how she dies.
She's like, shit. Yep. She can go. You all right?
Why are you even here? I was gonna say, why are you even here?
Why are you even
here? What do you
think?
think?
Why are you even here? Yep.
Okay, older Lottie, who we meet in season 2. She has her own retreat where she is like a guru and a guide for those lost individuals in the world. And she's basically guiding them. She helps Nat basically become a more peaceful person for a time during season 2, until eventually we find out that she still has young Lottie still left in her. And she wants the wilderness to decide which of the Yellowjackets is going to die. And she makes them all pull the cards and whatnot, and then eventually that leads to Nat dying. She's taken in where I think she's like taken to a mental facility for a bit, and then comes back in season 3. She stays with Shauna's family for a bit and becomes friends with Callie, until eventually Callie is the one that we find out at the end of the season eventually kills her because she had taken a letter that was given to older Shauna and a video taken by Melissa to older Shauna. She takes it from her, and Callie basically snaps after Lottie says that she is the child of the wilderness, and she has everything that was bad about her mother but worse, and that leads to Callie pushing her down the stairs and killing the bitch.
I guess this chick is like her damn batshit crazy mama. But yeah, Lottie can go. Adult Lottie, excuse me. Give her a Queen's card. Shit.
God damn! I didn't expect that.
Oh,
I mean, I was like, you alright, but I'm not. I'm with you. I don't care. She's responsible for Nat, who, despite not being as good as younger Nat, she still is I view her as more responsible for Nat dying than Misty, who is the actual person who stabbed her. I think that Lottie is more responsible for all of this.
Because she was like, oh, the wilderness got to do all this stuff. Yeah, no, she could get a card.
Yeah. Then we got Taissa's stepson, which basically is the one that lets Taissa know that she still has that darker version of herself still left in her, where she's fucking made a voodoo doll of him and shit, and kills his dog and stuff. Like, yeah.
This is where it get real weird and crazy and bizarre. Yeah. He can go like, why are you even here? Or
I agree.
Yeah, put him there.
Why even here? Then we got older Taissa, which
Queen's card.
Tell us why older Taissa belongs in Queen's card, Krssi.
Because she's a nut job too. She's all paranoid. She want to be the only one in charge and tells everyone what to do. She can't even get her own life together. She's just annoying.
Yeah, and she's evil. She still has.
She's evil. She got that evil thing. That other side. She's like Jekyll and Hyde. She's a Gemini. She's a flip flopper, and it's going back and forth. And it's like the two sides, and it's just you don't know which one you're gonna get.
You never really know.
Sorry, I know you're a Gemini.
Who is that? I'm not a Gemini. I'm a Taurus.
Taurus. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Oh,
I had
you're
to
very
zoom in.
peak. Right, I forgot. Yeah, who is that?
No. I had to keep looking in. I think that is the girl that Nat saved, that sacrificed herself from the wilderness retreat.
Why are you here? Yep. The next one is Crystal.
Yeah, that's Crystal.
Poor
Which,
Crystal.
man, poor little. She was singing. She was a
She was
play,
so happy. Yep.
so happy. She loved play. She was the only one that really befriended young Misty
Yep.
in the wilderness until that bitch found out that Misty is cray cray, and then she had to go.
She had to go. She had it coming.
She had to go. You aight to me.
You aight.
What about you?
Yeah. You aight.
Then we got this crazy bitch,
yep.
Callie. Callie is the daughter of Shauna.
Nope, she get a queen card too.
This shit's gonna be full of queens cards. We're gonna have more queens cards than anything at this rate.
At first, I thought she was nice and innocent. Like, she was bad. She was nasty to her parents. She would always just talk to them any kind of way. I was like, yo, you did your ass kicked. But then I realized that she's just like her mama, and I was like, nah, you stay down there.
You just like your mama, just like your mama. You killed Lottie. Like, what? For what? For what? Then we got Jeff, which is the best one from his family. I actually love Jeff. The fact that he was the one who was sending the notes and everything. That
you can just blackmailing him because he needed the money. Yes.
That popped me. I've grown to love Jeff. At first, I was upset when we found out that he was the one behind the letters. But as time's gone on, I've understood why he was like that. Like, you found out all this stuff about your wife and your ex-girlfriend that happened to them when they were in the wilderness, and you wanted to get some money, and you realized that Taissa was a politician, so you get some money from her and whatnot. It made sense. Everything that he's done has made sense to me a lot more than pretty much any other character. He's the most relatable character on this show.
Yeah, at first I was mad at him because he's sleeping with both girls. Well, no, he slept with his girlfriend's best friend, got her pregnant, and then I realized he was a victim. He was always a victim.
He was. He had a horrible girlfriend and an even horrible affair that he's still stuck with to this day. I feel bad for him, honestly.
I feel bad for him that he got a crazy nut job wife and now daughter. Terrible. You could I think.
What do you think?
I can't even say his captain skills are great because I don't know what he can do, but he is a great manipulator and he could steal money from people. So I would put him as a good captain.
I would say you good. Don't always agree with him, but he's good.
That's true. So yeah,
I would put him at the top. I think you put him at the top. You good. Don't always agree with what you do, but you good.
Adult Van. See, this is a hard one because I feel like Adult Van tried. I think she's I don't know. What you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say either I or you good. We meet her, I believe, towards the middle of season 2. Where Taissa goes to see her, and she owns her own VHS store, and she's just living like a simple life. She's been away from the Yellowjackets all this time, and then Taissa comes back into her life and basically tries to destroy it, even though it's already kind of going down because she's been diagnosed, I think, with cancer at this point. She has to deal with that. Then she's given a clean bill of health because someone died, I guess because Nat died, and then Lottie died as well. So she's kind of given a clean bill of health. She's the only one who has her oxygen mask when Melissa tries to basically put everybody unconscious when they invade her house. And she basically stops Melissa from escaping and then lets her free and then can't stab her to sacrifice her. And then Melissa fucking stabs her to murder her in the second to last episode of season 3. Her murder is probably almost as sad as Nat's. Like, yeah, it's up there. They have similar deaths where they see their younger self on the plane that crashes before they die. I think she's you good. She's slightly better than her teenage self.
Yes.
Then we got Adam Martin, which is the man that Shauna has a affair with when she cheats on her husband, because she thinks her husband is cheating on her because she's a horrible person and she thinks everybody else is horrible people. This poor guy, man. He was just looking to smash. He was just trying to smash a married woman. He's just having fun, and she thinks that he's the one that's been sending letters to them, or thinks that he's like young. He's like someone who knows about her past, and she decides to kill him for no goddamn reason. No proof, no nothing.
No proof, nothing. Just on a whim. Yep.
Either why are you even here or you I. What do you think?
I put why are you even here?
Poor guy. Then we have Detective Kevin Tan, who was going out with Nat in season 1 because he always had a crush on Nat when they were younger. Then he basically starts to find out a little bit more information about everything that's going on with that family, and he starts to investigate them a bit. Wants to find out what's going on when the Adam Martin murder happens. He starts doing an investigation. He has a creep for a partner though, which we're going to talk about shortly here.
Yep.
But didn't see much of him towards like the end of like season 3 and stuff like that, but he's alright.
He's alright, yeah.
He's alright. He been well with Nat. Then we have, I don't even know his name. I just always, this whole entire time, I've called him Elijah Wood, because that's
Elijah Wood, Misty's boyfriend. Love him.
Yes, Misty's boyfriend. He's hilarious.
He's great. Hilarious. He was just sitting there drinking a glass. He had milk in a wine glass. He's amazing. I love it.
He met Misty on a fucking online detective site when they were doing some research on when he was doing research on the Adam Martin murder, and instead of like snitching on Misty, he decides to help her. When they're in the wilderness, he fucking kills a cop, he blackmails a cop and kills the other cop, set him up. Then he fucking was basically caring for Misty as she was going through the grieving process for Nat. Then Missy tries to break up with him, and he's still helping Missy throughout everything. Man, he's great. I would put him in great captains.
I was about to say, put him at the top where he belongs.
You would say S tier?
No. The captains, like he put him at the top. He's right underneath the S tier, but put him at the front of the captains though.
Yeah. I'll put him a little bit ahead.
Yep.
Or next to young Misty. Misty.
There you go. Yep. Taissa goes at the end. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Then we got this fucking creep.
I hate him. Queen's card.
Yeah, Queen's card for sure. He's a detective, the partner of Detective Tan, and he basically manipulates Callie to get information on the family, and acts like he's a college student, even though he's in his fucking 30s, and uses her to basically get the family to expose that they are behind the Adam Martin murder. Man, fuck that guy.
And her
but then we have. Yeah, I was like, then we have someone who might be even worse than everybody else in the Queen's card section. Shauna, the older one.
And she goes right at the front next to her little self. Yep. There.
Yeah, for sure. She is actually worse than younger Shauna.
Yep, actually, she is.
Somehow, some way, she is actually worse than her younger self, which I didn't think was possible. But she is actually worse. My missus, I told her today, I was like, I'm gonna send you the link for this video here because you watched Yellowjackets, and she didn't. I don't know if she clicked on the video or not, or is watching or not. But I will read out her text message that she sent me, where she simply wrote, "Shauna is a cunt."
Nothing. I do not disagree with that at all. I agree. You see what my stuff says. Young Shauna, old Shauna. I hate her. Worst character ever on a TV series. And I've watched a lot of series.
She's just horrible. She's killed people. She's taken no responsibility for any of her actions.
Mm-hmm.
He's used Misty and then treated Misty like shit. Accused Misty of fucking breaking her brake light and then didn't even apologize to her about it. She's fucking tried to murder Melissa for no other reason than because Melissa sent her a video and a letter basically saying like she wanted to get away from all of that, but still gonna send her all of that shit and then try to murder her, even though she has a family now.
To my house. Yeah, you gotta come to my house and try to pretend and all of this stuff like that. No, yeah, hate her. Too much damn power.
Horrible human being. To the point that now Taissa and Misty are teaming up with each other to take her down because she wants to be the last. Everyone knows at this point she wants to be the last one standing and that she misses the wilderness because she had power for once in her life. And now everybody's left her. Her daughter and her husband have left her high and dry.
Terrible.
Horrible human being.
Who's this guy?
I have no clue. I was like looking at him and I'm just like, I don't know who you are, sir.
I don't know him. I don't even. The next person is that's Taissa's wife.
That's Taissa's ex-wife. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of why are you even here because I don't know who he is. Taissa's wife though. Also, why are you even here?
Yep.
Right. I'll put you right next to your son.
Now is that the creep cop?
Oh no, that is Jeff's best friend. The one who basically is he's a good friend because he literally acted like he was cheating.
Yep, with Shauna.
With Shauna.
The cops could throw him off guard with the cops, and then she's like, "Well, I need you to come in this
condom," and he puts a lotion in it, and the fucking creep cop fucking checks it and says, "No, it's lotion. See, they weren't in here fucking." I don't always agree with his decisions, but I like him.
He's great. He's good.
He's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna have to zoom in on this person. Who the hell are you?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. It's
okay, put him in. Why are you here?
Why are you even here? Then we got older Melissa, which is played by Hilary Swank. That popped me. I won't.
It did. I was like, okay, they had to get somebody else besides, Christina Ricci, and then they killed what's the other Jennifer Julie, I think of who plays what is her name? Anywho, but yeah, Hilary Swank was great. I put her in the same thing. You good, you all right.
Yeah, she all right. She go right. I will put her right next to her younger self.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she killed Van. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Correct.
So she's high. She's higher than her younger self. No, she's below her younger self. She's gotten worse. She's gotten worse with her older age, and now she wants to survive, and she's willing to kill people for it. All right, who is this? Oh, that's Hannah. That's the person that they abduct in season 3. Yep. And the poor woman had a daughter. God damn.
Who? What's the name? Goes and marries.
Yes. So I'll put her right next to her granddaughter.
Yep.
her daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Yep.
Daughter-in-law. Her daughter-in-law. I'll put her right in the middle of since she was friends with younger Melissa, and then older Melissa becomes her daughter-in-law. Put her right in the middle of them there. Then you got this jerk over here who was a fucking cocky son of a bitch who eventually gets murdered by Hannah.
Yep.
Where does he belong? I'll put him in. Hope you get the kill card. Yeah.
Yep.
Queen's card. The douchebag has to be at the bottom here, and then Edwin, which is Hannah's boyfriend, who gets murdered by Lottie. Why are you even here?
Yep.
Look at that. I think that's near perfection. Near perfection. Do we need to shuffle anything in the S tier and the Antler Queens?
Nope. I think we're great. Everyone deserves the spot that they are in.
Then we got great captain. So Antler Queens, we got older Misty, we got young Nat, and we got Coach Scott.
Yep.
Then we got great Great Captains, which is the A tier, which is Younger Misty, Elijah Wood, and Young Thais. Do we need to
Perfect.
shuffle anything there? That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Don't Always Agree, but You Good. We got Jeff, Jen, Travis, Older Nat, Older Van, and Jeff's best friend. I don't know your name. I'm just gonna call you Jeff's best friend. Do we need to shuffle anything here?
I feel like Jeff's best friend should be moved up a little bit more.
Put it right next to Jeff, and then I'll put Older Nat and Older Van up a bit.
Okay.
I'll put Jen at the bottom. Bottom.
And then you have
'Cause
Travis.
we don't know
Yep,
her
that's
as well.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's better. Then we got You Had Me in the First Half, but You All Right, where we got Younger Van, we got Younger Lottie, Akila, Laura Lee, Mari, Younger Melissa, Hannah, Older Melissa, Crystal, and Detective Tan.
I like
Do we need to shuffle anything, or
No.
That's good?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's good. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa and Older Melissa, I would put y'all up more, but the Younger Melissa was going out with Shauna and being her sidekick, and then Older Melissa decided to kill Van, so y'all deserve to be where y'all at. I'll probably pick Crystal ahead of y'all.
Yeah,
Crystal
that's
deserves
fine.
to be ahead of y'all.
I'm fine with that.
And I'll put Maury ahead of Laura Lee because she had a worse murder. Akila probably belongs below Crystal.
Yep. Okay.
I think that's better. Why Are You Even Here? We got Javi. We got Jessica Roberts. We got Chick from the Lottie's Retreat. We got Adam Martin. We got Thais's ex-wife. We got Thais's stepson. We got this person, that person, and Edwin.
Perfect.
This person and that person probably below, because at least I know Edwin's name.
True. Okay, that's fair.
And then we got Hope You Pull the queen card. So I don't know how you do tier lists, because I've always been saying that the bottom of the bottom belongs at the bottom of the list. So we should probably put Shauna.
Yeah.
Older Shauna and
young Shauna at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. I think older Shauna is worse than younger Shauna, so she's the
I think put Jackie over there too. Right
just
there,
ahead of younger Shauna.
I think that's good.
That's good. All right. So we got Hope You Pull the Queen card. We got Older Lottie, Older Thais. We got Callie. We got This Jerk, the tour, the Wilderness Guide. We got the Creepy Detective, Sarkusa. We got Jackie, Younger Shauna, Older Shauna. I think that's perfect. I think I lost Krssi for a bit here. But yeah, that is our tier list for Yellowjackets seasons 1 through 3. We pretty much talked about everything that you need to know about this season throughout this tier list here. We know where the Yellowjackets are at now, where Shauna has taken the role of Antler Queen at the end of the season, but it seems that there is a mutiny going on with some people working against her. Nat basically got Hannah to agree to switch outfits with her, so she was able to escape, to use the transporter to communicate with the outside world, and she hears a voice at the end of the season to communicate with. That's how we end season 3. Older Shauna is left on her alone after Jeff and Callie leave her, after Callie had admitted to older Misty that she was the one that murdered older Lottie.
Misty figured it out.
Yeah, Misty figured it out because she was looking through Lottie's phone and saw the picture of Callie having the necklace that she got, wearing the necklace. And that's how she figured out that it was Callie that was the one, because they had found DNA of Shauna on Lottie. So they thought that Shauna was the one that killed her. And then when Misty saw the picture of Callie, that's when she realized, no, the DNA is not from Shauna. It's actually from her daughter. That's why it's
Correct.
her DNA. That's why it's a match.
Yep.
We got Power Driver Finisher. He says, this show sounds a bit like From. I guess I'm saying that right. Or is it an acronym? FROM. Just From, I don't think is so far progressed like this. Yeah, it's different timelines that you got to follow and stuff on this show. This show is not for the weak of heart, Power Driver Finisher. That's all I got to tell you. If you get sick from watching people get murdered or watching people eat each other, yeah, this is not the show for you. If you can get over that, if you like horror, sometimes you like a bit of horror, a little gore, this is the show for you.
Definitely the show for you, for sure.
They got people killing each other. He's like, nah, I love that shit. You should watch it. It's on Paramount Plus.
It's on Paramount Plus. Watch it. If you have Showtime, or you don't, you can watch it on there, which is through Paramount. Watch it and get back to us, and then rewatch.
Yeah, get back to us. Get back to us, and then when you start watching it, if you get through a few episodes, come back and comment in the comments here, and I'll talk to you there, and we could talk about it after you watch a few episodes, and you could see what the hell we're talking about here. But it's a fascinating show. It's a bizarre show. It's a strange show, but now I'm hooked. Now I gotta watch season 4 because I want to know. I
gotta see what happens. I want to know if Shauna's gonna get what she deserves, which I doubt, but
Absolutely. I want the older Shauna to die. I mean, I know younger Shauna is not gonna die because we know older Shauna's here. So I want the older Shauna to die. Please.
Correct.
Please.
Yep.
Please.
Same.
That's what season 4 should be. It should be older Shauna is either arrested or murdered.
I want to know how they got away, how they got rescued, and if Shauna's gonna die. That's the two main things I need to know.
No. Well, we know that older Misty and older Ty are now working together because they realize that Shauna will do nothing, will stop at nothing to make sure she's the last Yellowjacket standing. So we'll see how that progresses. You still got Melissa out there after she escaped from the Yellowjackets, so she's still out there. We don't know what's going to happen with her or her family after their fucking home got abducted and everything. So we'll see what happens there. See what happens with Jeff and Callie after they basically ran away from Shauna. And I think these are the only characters really remaining in everything. That's the ongoing stories that's going to progress in season 4. So we'll see what happens there. This was a nice compact way because I was trying to figure out like how we were gonna talk about this season because we had to get through 10 episodes. But doing the character tier list was the best way to do it because we were able to cover everything that happened with all these characters.
I didn't know how we were gonna get through 3 seasons, but this was perfect. That's why I was like, "Oh, we're doing a character thing." I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." Even it'll go by easy.
Exactly. Like, yes, that is our character tier list. I will post this up on social media probably later today so everybody can check it out, and we'll see if there's any Yellowjackets fans out there on the social media world. But yes, that is our character tier list for Yellowjackets seasons 1 through 3. We'll see if we have to come back and further progress this after season 4. But anything you wanna mention about Yellowjackets before we wrap things up here, Krssi?
No. Go and watch it. It's of a bizarre show. It starts off really, good, and then it just goes into another spiral of like craziness. But I think it's definitely something that you should invest and watch. SP and I are so vested, we have to wait and see what happens. I have to finish it out, no matter how bad I think it's gonna get. But overall, you'll understand what we're talking about with the characters, and you'll see why we're talking about this and see why I cannot stand this lady. And yeah, that's it.
Yes, we want to know who else hates Shauna as much as we do? That is our goal. That is our goal through this review, is that we need people to watch this if they are fans of Yellowjackets, and do they hate Shauna as much as we do? Or is it just us? Are we the only ones that hate Shauna in the way that we do? We got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. It's just me, my missus, and Krssi that hate Shauna this much. Or maybe it's just everybody who watches Yellowjackets hates her this much. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
My husband hates Shauna. I don't know if he hates as much as mine, but he hates her. Yes.
That's fair. See, two couples hate Shauna with a passion after watching this series. But that brings us to a close on our Yellowjackets season 3 and basically season 1 and 2 review here. Miss Krssi Love, I want to thank you as always for joining me. And we got one more show that we need to recap and go through that we know for sure that we've both completed, as we'll be doing an All-American Season 7 review. And probably another one that we'll have to do a character tier.
I was about to say, we're going to have to do a character tier for this one, too. We can also put in our review for Season 7, but I think we should definitely do a character tier as well.
Yeah, we'll have to do a character tier list for that one as well, to go through all the characters and how we got to season 7. Since that will be our first time talking about the series. Of course, you can check out me and Krssi Love, where we just finished up the entire season of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9, and of course the season finale, which was 10. That is our most viewed of all of our reviews. So thank you to everyone who's checked that out already. Leave a comment if you're going to check it out now in the future. But Miss Krssi Love, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they shall see you again.
So friends, check us out. We'll be back here tomorrow at 10:05 a.m. for our flagship show, which is True Heat, on our other channel. So come and watch us there. Other than that, go and watch myself and SP as we did our Dark Side of the Ring review on our other channel for episode number 9. We're going to be doing 10 soon, so just be on the lookout for that. Other than that, Krssi Love _1, True Hill Krssi Love on Twitter, and then it's just my plain old name. Thank you.
Indeed. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Of course, like Krssi said, we'll be live on the True Hill Heat Wrestling YouTube channel at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time with the True Hill Heat flagship podcast, talking all about Mariah May removed from the AEW roster page and apparently, reportedly, going to WWE. We'll be talking about WWE counter programming AEW, and is that a sign that they fear AEW? We'll talk all about that, as well as all the big shows from the past week: AEW Double or Nothing, NXT Battleground, WWE Saturday Night's Main Event, all the weekly shows, and we'll be joined by Dirt Sheet Radio's own John Escudero to talk all about Double or Nothing, so join us for that. But for Miss Krssi Love, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our Yellowjackets Season 3 review. We are signing off until next time.